It's justified. All right, so today is Saturday. Like I said, we are doing our errands. So between Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we try to get everything done that we need done for the week. This is wash week as well, so we need to go washing. Today we're going to try to get a few errands done. He needs to get a couple of items for the ranch, so we're going to go ahead and venture out and get what we need from San Antonio. And so yeah, we need to run into town real quick, get a couple of things, and then we come back this way to more. So then we'll dump on the way out. We have to dump our trailer, all of our booty water, my husband says. So we do that first. We don't want to be carrying that around in the Texas heat and just, all of it just intermingling in the truck. So we're gonna dump that first, and then we head out into San Antonio, and then from there we come back, run the errands that we need to. Today we're gonna go grocery shopping, and like I said, we have to pick up an item for the ranch, so we'll do that as well. And then we'll be back home and start meal prepping some things for the week. We need to wash. Like I said, we'll probably do that Monday. Probably tomorrow we'll just take the day off, and we have some artwork that we need to catch up on. I am stopped on my reading of my book. I forgot what the name of this one is. I'll get it to you in the comments. But this is a 6-part series of a FBI agent called Tory Hunter. Oh my God, the first one just pulled me in, so now I have the other, 5 parts to go. I'm halfway through book number 2, and I don't know what is drawing me to, or maybe Kindle is doing it to me, but I keep getting drawn into series books, like 3-part series, 4-part series. This is a 6-part series, so I'm a reader, so I can't stop reading them. Yeah, so but like I said, this week is grocery week. We didn't go grocery shopping last week. We were out of town. We went to Houston because we're still getting things prepped for my dad. So we were in town last weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We came back Monday afternoon here, or Monday evening. So we kind of just did this past week whatever we had left in the refrigerator in the pantry, and we actually made it through. We made a couple of soups, we made some tacos, beans, things like that, had some tortillas, so we did pretty good with what we had in the pantry. The only thing we didn't have was a lot of fruits and vegetables, so we really need some fruits and vegetables this week. And I don't know if you've seen some of my other videos where I go through and I show you how we do shopping each week. And because we have such small space, we have to go shopping every week, and we don't buy a lot, but it ends up being a lot. So I went ahead and I did this is my list of items that I'm saying we need. This is what we have in the pantry. This is the menu items that we're going to be having this week. So we've got menu for the big meals and then some snacks. So I'm only doing 3 big meals this week, and I'm hoping that these 3 big meals give us some leftovers. That way I don't have to cook as much. And then we're doing some snacks, and they're going to be hearty snacks. So this is going to be like maybe like a fruit salad, and then some type of pasta salad or whatever. I'm trying to get away from pasta, but at the same time, it's an easy, quick, filling meal that we can use not just as a meal, but as a snack. So if we have it as a meal for one day, we obviously can't have it for snack that day, but it's going to be either or for that. And my thought process on that is we don't have a lot of space. I cook outside for the most part. We have a lot of things to do. I mean, just CJ being out in the field doing all that work for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, depending on how he wants to work his week. He has to fill a 40-hour week. We usually don't do anything Sunday and Monday for sure. Sometimes Saturday, but for sure Sunday and Monday we're off. And usually Monday is going to be either us going into town or, getting, something to eat, going out, treating ourselves that day, or just being lazy, just downright being lazy, sleeping late or trying to. And late for us is like 7:30. That's, well, we've slept so much if we sleep till 7:30. Usually my alarm is going off between 5:30. It takes a little while for us to wake up for sure, but usually by 6 o'clock we're wide awake. We've had our coffee and we're getting ready to start going and moving about, like right around 7. So that's kind of what we try to do, and it keeps getting overcast here, so my light's going to keep adjusting. Sorry. So that's kind of what we do for our week. So I am trying to be more productive since we're having to vend a lot for my father's benefit in Houston in a couple of weeks. So I've been trying my best to do some work, do my beading, do my earrings, things like that. The beading work takes me, like a bracelet takes me a good day, and I'm talking about a good 8 or 9 hours to do one bracelet. So right now, the way things have to be broke up with me cleaning, running errands around here, I have to get water. We don't have running water, so we have to get buckets of water and bring it down here for us to wash dishes or to have for things like that. We also have to go and get drinking water, which is, there's a water hose that comes from the top of the hill from the house for our wash water, and then there's a spigot that's at the front of the entrance of the property. That's the water that we use for drinking water. So maybe every 3, maybe 4 days, we're having to go and load up on water for washing, meaning that's how we're taking a bath, that's how I'm washing a small load of clothes, and that's how I'm washing the dishes. So it's not a lot, but because we're just doing 2 or 3 little 5-gallon buckets, it seems like a lot. We're having to do it more often. So I'm trying to minimize all that as much as possible. That way I have more time to do what I really want to do and really need to do. I really need to start focusing on Luna Fitness Evolution, my website, and my YouTube page. I need to start focusing more on my video journal log for us for being on the road, which is Coffee, Anxiety, and Love. I also have a website for that I need to get more active in posting articles and talking about things on there. And then the YouTube channel, getting more videos out so I can get to my goal of having 50 viewers, I think it is, or 50 subscribers, so that I can start going live on YouTube. So keep that in mind, guys. If you know anybody who likes just, hearing about some of the information that we're giving out or how we're living on the road, or anybody who's getting ready to start traveling and living full-time in an RV or on the road, period, this is a good starting point. I'm going to start talking more about what we're getting ready to do as far as maybe a move and what we had to do to get us here to this point where we are. Fortunate we are on private land, so a lot of the things that I'm hearing from full-time RVers as far as trying to find spots, being affordable, boondocking, things like that, we haven't had to experience just yet. We will, and we will get there. But for right now, we do have work lined up for a little while longer. So we're going to take big advantage of that and just try to pump out as much product as possible. With that being said, we got to figure out how to downsize or compact our supplies that we have right now so that we're not carrying around so much stuff, because we're getting ready to, hopefully, if everything goes well, I know it will, but we're just waiting for one piece of information to come through. We're going to be downsizing our trailer. We have a 25-foot trailer right now. We're looking to downsize to a 21 or 20-foot trailer, which sounds like a huge big deal. It's really not. It's honestly, the trailer we have right now, we literally sleep in there, and we have our clothes in there, and that's it. Our food, our clothes, and we sleep there. So the rest of the time we're always outside. And like I said, yes, we've been outside a lot because this is private property, and we do have access to the land to move around, and we do have storage on the land. but that's going to go away real soon, and we got to figure that out real fast. So what I wanted to talk about 10 minutes later, I really wanted to focus on my menu and how I do this and why I do this. So I guess all that goes into this. So basically, I have to go through what I have right now in the pantry. I cannot overstock us. So I have to be very specific when I start doing our week, and I have to go through and make a menu first. I have to think about what we're going to eat, what we're going to do, and things like that. And when I say menu, usually it's been pretty consistent. And I even did one page where this says menu up here, and this says Saturday, Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all through the week, right? 7 days. And this is ideas for each day of what we're going to have. So basically, I've got it down to a routine of what we're eating pretty much all the time, almost a routine. This week, like I said, was different because we didn't go grocery shopping, so we were off kilter, and we had a couple of soups because that's what we had. I have a whole bunch of bags of beans, like navy beans and split peas and northern beans and things like that. So I took advantage of that and kind of made some soups or whatever. We had some leftover potatoes and carrots, so I made a creamy soup or whatever, you know. So that's kind of what I have to do every week, and this kind of helps me not think so much about what I need to put on our menu. So there are certain things that we've grown to like a lot and that are easy for me to cook out here. That's part of that routine as well. So our menu for this week, and like I said, I'm only doing 3 days, and I based the menu off of what we still have right now. So we're not trying to buy too much right now or for the next few weeks, because we're also, you know, saving money for the RV. So we're doing burgers. We're doing liver and onions because we may have figured out a big health issue with me, and organ meat is going to be, or red meat is going to be a big source of iron of what I'm needing in my diet, because we don't eat beef. We do eat some bison, but that's about it. Most of the time we're eating chicken, and that has caused some things to happen with me, being anemic and not having the iron that I'm needing, the supplement that I'm needing. Now, I don't really like taking too many supplements. I do have some, but what I do have as far as vitamins and supplements, I'm just trying to finish those up because I do not want to have to keep taking those the rest of my life or for a long time. I want to start finding more natural ways to deal with things like that. And I'm not really sick. I've not really been sick too much in my life. I have asthma. I do get, colds and flus, and more than anything, I've gotten sinus infections. And as long as, fall and spring, I'm able to control the flare-ups when everything's blooming and dying, all that, then I'll be okay. So as long as I got that under control, pretty much I'm all right. I do have a very hard time breathing, of course, because of my asthma. I need to really start focusing more on breath work, and that's what I've been trying to get to, as far as maybe not so much getting a routine, but having things already, pre-done for me, or like pre-cooked, because cooking out here takes a long time because I have a 2-burner propane tank, and I have to be careful what pots go in there because not every big pot fits in there, so I have to do a little bit at a time sometimes. I have a big old horny lizard, spiny lizard? Horny lizard. A spiny lizard staring at me.
Spiny lizard and horny toads.
Spiny lizard, horny toads. So this week's menu, it's going to be burgers. We have some bison meat, so they're going to be bison burgers, so that's going into me getting some more iron. Liver and onions. I know back in the day I had liver and onions. I did not like it, but palates change as you grow older, so I'm going to try it. And then we're doing just your basic chicken and rice, arroz con pollo. So that's because we have a big bag of rice and we have some chicken still in there. We do have the liver in there. So pretty much I'm doing this off of what we have so that we don't have to buy any more protein. I was thinking, the protein is costing us so much money. Every time we go to the grocery store, it's over $100. But it's not. We do the chicken leg quarters. That bag is less than $6. We do chicken wings. That bag's about $6 or $7. Salmon, when we get salmon, that's usually a big fillet, and that's either between $15, $20, depending on what cut we get that day. bison meat. It's about $9 to $10 a pound, depending on the week and when we go. We've just also discovered that Wednesdays is a very good day to go shopping at HEB out here, because there's a lot of, I guess that's when they restock. So there's sometimes some, we'll get the bags of fruits and vegetables that are like 50% off. They've already pre-bagged them, but they need to get them off the shelf because they're about to go bad. So we'll go through and we'll cut them up and make smoothies, or cook them right then and there, or whatever, you know. So burgers, liver and onions, chicken and rice. Snacks, we're having a pasta salad. I'm going to do a Greek pasta salad. I opted not to do the tuna salad because I feel like it's going to be too much pasta. And then, yeah, we're going to hold that off for next week's snack. So we're going to do a Greek pasta salad for this week, and I'm going to put that on there so I know. So then we also have, this time around, we haven't bought spices since we've been out here. So we have a few spices, just some basic stuff, salt, pepper, you know, the chicken bouillon, things like that we need. And then the list of, you know, all the items that I know I need. And then this item list first starts off of my menu. So I have the proteins. I just need the add-ins, the vegetables, or the seasoning, or whatever. So I'll start with my burgers. What do I need for burgers? Well, I need bread, I need lettuce, I need tomato, I need cheese, things like that. So that all comes into here. So I'll start breaking down my shopping list based off of my menu items for the week. That way I'm at a minimum and we don't have any kind of overstock. Because too, we're having an issue with our refrigerator. It's like freezing everything inside the refrigerator unit, not the freezer. And you can't really see the numbers on the dial. So I've been marking it. I like move it every day and mark it. Yesterday or the day before, no, yesterday, I pushed it down and lowered the temperature, and it was just a little tiny bit too low. Things were cool but not cold. So I bumped it up today just a slight bit to see how that does. That way if it's cold and not frozen, then I'm at the right temperature. I kind of can see where the 10 or the 9 is, but I'm not really sure. So I could have had it bumped up all the way, and it's just freaking out. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. This is how I work my week. Like I said, we have to do this every week. It just helps us with space. And that's basically it. Because if it was up to me, I'd buy everything we need for at least the month and just have it there. And we eventually will get there. We just need a couple of good storage lockers to hold some stuff, because we used to do that at the house, buy for a whole week. And I mean, that we were doing that at the house because of course we had a lot of space at the house, but we were using the storage lockers as training for downsizing for something like this. So we've been doing this for a while. I've been working like this for a while. The only advantage I had at the house is I had an actual full-on stove and oven inside, and I was able to use 4 burners at a time, cook big pots and prep big meals, and freeze big meal items, because we had, you know, a big old double door refrigerator. Here we have a small apartment refrigerator, so space is very tight. When we just do a regular shopping run for the week, there's no extra space in there at all. And a lot of that comes from, we have water bottles in the refrigerator that we fill up daily. Like in the evening, I'm trying to do it at the evening, refill all of our water bottles that we use during the day, because we drink a lot of water, but we kind of like cold water. We have the 7-gallon plastic water tanks, but out here it's not staying cold, so we have to put water in like gallon water bottles and put them inside the refrigerator so that we can have cold water. So water takes up a lot of space, because I'm doing at least 3 or 4 gallons of cold water in the refrigerator daily. So yeah, I say the biggest challenge we've had out here so far has been the food storage, the minimal space on food storage, and trying to keep it as minimal as possible. And 2, we're both to the point where I've been talking to CJ, and I'm like, you know, I don't even want to eat anymore. It's just so much work, and it's filling the meals that we have. They're filling and satisfying. It's just, I feel like I don't need to eat that much anymore. I don't know how to describe it, or it's part of my healing journey, and I don't know how to convey that in words, as to when you get to a point where your body doesn't need it as much. And before, when we first got together, he would come over to my apartment because in the beginning he was still living with his dad. So, or he was living with his dad. So I had my own space. I had a tiny little bitty apartment, less than 500 square feet. But we would go and get pizza. We'd go get burgers, Whataburger, chicken. We'd do every now and then. We'd cook some stuff at the house. But I mean, that's what we were doing all weekend. You know, he would be off for work. I'd be off for work. And we'd just sit there and go get us, a couple of 6-packs of beer, buy us some pizza, order this, order that, order the other. I lived in a place where you could order anything and everything because I was in the Heights in Houston. So there was every restaurant around there and every little bitty, restaurant delivered. So we were just stuck inside the house all day, eating all day and drinking. So that's what our life was before. Yeah, it was fun. I had fun in the beginning, but I'm very grateful that I'm able to sit outside, feel the air, feel the wind, and watch all the animals as I drink my coffee, because there's some interesting shit out here. Oh, just like the other day, like I was telling you, this lizard is still watching me. It's a spiny lizard, and they get really fat and they get really long. So CJ brings me this cricket or something that has wings on it or whatever, and he was, a mole cricket. And he's looking at it, and we're like looking at it, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool that it does look like a mole and it digs in the dirt. So he puts it down there where I was sitting, and we're watching it on the ground, and I'm like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, the little spiny lizard just comes in, sweeps in, gets the little mole cricket or whatever it was, and boom, takes off. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? He's like, man, nature's wild. And it is wild out here because we've seen some stuff. We've seen some animals just attack other animals. He was just talking to me about a praying mantis and an ant. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool seeing things that happen out here. So, and some days we just sit here and count all the bunny rabbits that are hopping around. And I know they're wild little bunny rabbits, but I really want one. Or a baby raccoon. I've always wanted a baby raccoon for a pet. So they're just so cute. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. This was very long. This ended up being longer than I wanted it to be. I'm trying to do short videos. So tell me to shut up sometimes. Love you guys. Happy, healthy, prosperous, and abundant day.